laid back and kicking it, let's head back to the studio. Here's Rod.
Thanks for holding, everybody. We'll be checking the poll update in a moment for Capital Automall Universal Collision Center. What is Canada's game of the week in Week 3 of the CFL Sim schedule? But let's go out now to Southern Ontario. Saga AM, our good friend Mike Richards joins us. It's been way too long since we've had Mike on the air. How you doing, Mike?
Well, I'll tell you how long it's been. We were talking about people who were hoarding toilet paper and water and that loser patrol that was going out and looking like it was I don't know, one of those Bruce Willis movies where the things were falling down from the moon to like. I just don't understand what people were thinking. Did the toilet people, do they feel bad now? The toilet paper people, do you think they a little guilty?
100+ days. Yeah, I don't know. People like that don't feel stupid, Mike. You know that.
Yeah, because they are stupid.
Because they
stupid doesn't know they're stupid.
No.
That's a very good point.
By the way, I like all this. I can just tell you our tech guys are saying if everybody could do what Mike's doing, it would be perfect, by the way. Can you explain your setup? Are you at home with that, or what's the deal?
Yeah, so we've had to broadcast from home. This is, so right now, currently on News Talk, Saga 960 is the setup. And so once the coronavirus took over, we had to go from home. So I kind of set up this fake nice place that you would think someone way nicer would live in, and you'd be right. So this is what we do on a daily basis. We sort of cut it down. We went from 7 to 9 just because of no sports. Why kill yourself? We're going back to 6 to 9 shortly, but this is the setup we do every day. I get out of bed, roll down. I'm not going to say I have a cocktail because that's wrong, and then go on the air. So this is the look.
Okay, well I'll tell you what, Mike Richards, bring the hot takes. I want them on the CFL.
Okay, all right.
Whatever.
Can we clear up a couple of things here? First
Sure.
of all, when it said that Alberta was anting up, to get the hub city. Yeah, Edmonton doesn't count as Alberta. That's not Alberta. That's just Edmonton, and we all know Edmonton is a dump. Edmonton is probably just a little below, I don't know, and if you've been to Napoli, Italy, you know what I'm talking about. Just a little below that, where the pictures of the mountains. What are you kidding me? What are they promising the players? Free submarine rides in that loser mall where you can take a look at diapers and condoms at the bottom of the pool? What are you selling in Edmonton? The fact that they never have any sun? The fact that people wear sweatpants with good shoes? Is this your selling point for the NHL to go to Edmonton? Not going to happen. And it's not the Rocky Mountains. What are you kidding me? The Rocky Mountains? The worst. They're the worst. There's no sun. The sun doesn't even come out in Edmonton, for God's sakes.
People, my friends, are saying, where are these views of Edmonton? I've been there. I've never seen them. You've seen the promo video, haven't you?
Oh, no, but I'm saving it. Like a good series that people say to watch on Netflix. I'm saving it for later on tonight. Oh, here's another headline that was hilarious. I couldn't believe this morning. Columbus out of the running for a hub city. Columbus? They shouldn't be in the run for a city. What do you mean a hub city? Where are the players going to stay? The prison? The Ohio State dorms? I don't understand why Columbus would be a big draw. I mean, was Akron taken? Like, I just don't understand why they go, wow, we were close. Compared to what? That's like Oprah almost winning the Miss America contest. It's not close. Not close.
They can't.
Are these wrong things to say now, by the way? I'm sure everything I say now is terrible, so don't worry about it.
No. People are writing in, damn, this is too good. Yeah. From Brady, from Nelson. We're all crying.
Yeah.
Keep going, Mike. Do you want to go over to the CFL?
Okay, let's talk about the CFL. Don't look like Major League Baseball. Do yourself a favor. Negotiate with each other. Understand what the lowest, the smallest intake of salary or revenue that you can live with, and go with it. Because I'll tell you what, no one looks worse than Major League Baseball. They're like the Hatfields and the McCoys. They have billionaires, bickering with millionaires. It's an old saying, but right now, no one looks worse than them. Now, I understand the CFL does not have the kinds of revenues, and they're gate driven, so it's a lot more difficult. But the thing is, we've had a global pandemic. This isn't rich owners trying to hold back from players or have prorated salaries because they're getting away with something. See, I'm usually on the player's side, almost in any case, because to a degree, we're a little bit that way ourselves when we're in the industry that we're in. We're kind of free agents. We go to big entities. We get paid this kind of money, and you only get paid that money if you're worth that money. So I never begrudge players making that kind of money. But if you're the CFL, they don't have the money of a Jerry Jones. They don't have NBA or NHL type money. So you're going to have to figure out whether you want to stick it out with a league that probably, as much as I hate to admit it, probably will not be able to get this off the ground in 2020. But if you want to take off, if you want to do, it's up to you. If they're able to find other opportunities because they can't make it work for their families, just know in coming back, you may not be welcome. Always know that. When you say no to someone in negotiations, when you tell them to piss off, just know that when you come back, that the answer could be no. And I just hope that these guys realize that people have lost lives, people have lost businesses. I just see in Calgary, Shanks, the beloved Shanks, they had 2 enormous locations in Calgary, one in Edmonton. They're closing. They were like the Dave & Buster's, except a billion times better. They're not going to make it. A lot of people didn't make it. So you have to ask yourself, what is that line in the sand, and what is the lowest percentage that you think you can take to get by to save your league? Because trust me, if this league goes, or it's so damaging that we don't have CFL football this year and they can't come back, or it makes it very difficult after 100 and some odd years to come back, you're going to feel pretty bad about that situation when you could have helped and you didn't.
Oh, yeah. Mike, I'm just listening and enjoying. Valerie writes in, she says, this is so good. Truth and funny all in one. I don't know if you see what's coming up across the bottom of the screen. The Don Rickles of Canadian radio, says Dave Spadafora. Mike, this is no small thing. We award the Rock Star of the Day for Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. They've already nudged Wally off the podium, and they're fitting you for the hat. Wally Buono, by the way. So, yeah, that is heady stuff, as you know. And I guess
I think it's wrong. I got to be honest. Don't do that. You don't want me beating Wally in anything.
Makes you feel bad.
Well, when I get to the pearly gates and St. Peter goes, really, you're better than Wally Buono. No,
you're not getting to heaven, Mike. You're not getting to heaven. Just so you know. I'm questioning myself. Anyways, do you want to sway into the Auston Matthews, Steve Simmons debate?
Well, someone got very uppity with me on Twitter, which doesn't really happen all that often. And I had said to address that, when information, because that's what he does for a living, when it comes across, when he has found it, it's really hard for someone like that who does that for a living to not report upon it. Because if we're going to get into an area of secrecy, if we're going to get into it, which generally, in normal times, non-global pandemic times, you know that someone's medical history, what they go through with their doctors, the medical teams, that is private, and that is fully understood. But when you're talking about restarting, by the way, hate the idea that I'm calling it the Summer Hub Tournament. It's not the Stanley Cup playoffs. What are you kidding me? Do you think this is even remotely close to what happens when you have to travel for 3 months? You have to go from Tampa Bay all the way to, if you're going to Vancouver, you have to go to Calgary or Edmonton. This is, that war of attrition to win the toughest trophy, the toughest tournament in the world to win. And now you're going where? To Las Vegas? So when you're not by the pool having a gigantic strawberry daiquiris, you're going to be playing some freak team that doesn't deserve to be there. I don't know. Let's bring up Columbus. Let's put Columbus back in it. I just don't see why this is necessary. And then if you're going to have the players as a whole, that's all the players safe, you're going to start hiding stuff. You're going to the thing that has wiped out over 1 million people on this planet. If somebody gets it, you think it's in the best interest of not only your team, but the entire league and this little summer hub tournament, that you're going to start hiding things? We know what we feel about other countries that hide and sort of mislead us or distract to tell us that maybe it's not as bad as it was. Remember when it first came out? Remember Russia? Remember Putin was showing people on swings and tractors and skipping through forests. And I was like, it doesn't do us any good when it's killing our own people. So in professional sports, as much as I understand the privacy issue on any other given day, this isn't any other given day. And if someone comes down with it, you can be damn sure if I was someone's brother, if that is my dad, any relationship of mine, my father, I would be pretty disappointed if someone didn't tell the truth, because this is the problem with having that tournament, which is all about greed anyway.
It was fascinating because our poll question yesterday was, did Simmons do anything wrong? And it ended like 50-50, which I'm glad that it was that close, because the people that were just after Steve Simmons, they had his head on a stake, Mike. Right?
Yeah, wrong. I understand why it's 50-50. I mean, I do understand the other side, except I think what they're failing to realize is that these are not normal times. And what he has, what he possibly, and again, he's probably asymptomatic. He probably will never get sick. We understand that. But he could go to somebody else who goes to somebody else, and maybe that person has a grandfather, a parent, or whatever, and they die. Is that okay? Like, was that okay to hide that? No, it's not okay. It's not okay.
Well, awesome take, man. Awesome take. Anything else before we let you roll?
I could have something very big to announce before the end of the summer. And I was thinking about, well, where would I do that? Where is the best place? It will be the show.
It's going to
be the show. Yeah, there's going to be something that could be relatively jolting. And when it is, I'm doing it on this show, Rod. I just decided this is what I'm doing.
We have a breaking news bell, by the way, if it matters. So we will bust that out, Mike. Now you've got us all tickled, and I'll also tell you, when you bust out in a guffaw over the last 100 days, have you noticed how good it actually feels? Like it physically resonates with you for a while. You did that for a lot of people today, Mike. I appreciate it.
Good. Well, I love being on the show. I certainly miss being out west. And look, you're talking to a very, very deep, diehard CFL fan. So I'm a little, like a lot of us, a little afraid, kind of in the fetal position. Myself and Dave Bastel also, a big, Bomber fan, obviously.
Great guy.
And we don't know what's going to happen. We really don't. And I'm holding my breath. But if I'm really sort of scared about anything, it's the safety of our league. It's the future of our league.
Well, we got to keep it going. We'll all be part of this fight to save it. David Bastel, Score alumni with me, super guy. Yes. And the people from Edmonton now know that you're still kicking somewhere, Mike. So, thanks for this.
Absolutely. Anytime, boys. Anytime.
All right. Mike Richards, Raw, joining us from Saga AM out in Mississauga. Oh, that just felt good. To laugh.
Oh, yeah. So good. The people in Edmonton are in the fetal position right now.
Oh, he just brutalized him.
Yeah. I mean, sucking on their thumbs right now.
That was like Andrew Scheer coming after Trudeau in the leaders' debate. Just whack, 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 whack. People are saying, well, by the way, he has usurped.
But Mike Richards is so Calgary, right? I mean, he was there for so long and just took over that community.
Oh, it was good. He usurped Rod's rant. Rod's ran for Bronco Plumbing and Heating, your factory authorized Brian Furnace dealer. Now, he had that rant about the CFL. I think we should switch that rant over to the Edmonton thing. What are you attracting players with?
I know.
Submarine rides in the mall. These guys are still laughing with the swamp that has condoms and diapers on the bottom. I did get offended when he said they wear sweatpants with dress pants, with dress shoes.
With nice shoes,
because we do that too.
They wear
it's not just an Edmonton thing.
With nice shoes.
Wearing
and the sun never shines.
Yeah, exactly. They're still laughing. Anyways, are we giving the hat to Mike or Wally? We got to
It's got to be a vote.
It's got to go to a vote. Yeah, thank you. But Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions. Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions is Saskatchewan's only full-service supply chain company. Strategic sourcing, PO creation, and order expediting. VMI and vending solutions and free delivery are just a few of the supply chain services we provide. If your company needs it, Rockstar Supply Chain Solutions can get it for you.
He may have big news, breaking news for later in the summer, so Clark, don't forget to stay in touch.
Oh, yeah.
Or he may just be using that just to book another appearance on the show. But either way, he's going to be back, I would assume.
Casey writes in, says you can hear the guys in the back room laughing. Haha. Boy, Jeff, the Stamps fans really got his elbows up this morning.
I know.
Why are you coming after us? First, he says, most beautiful view in Edmonton was the red and white hoisting the Grey Cup in 2018. Spelled it wrong. Very Calgary-ish. Then he says sweatpants and dress shoes is a Regina groom. What are you coming at us for? This is about Edmonton right now. You're just sitting here looking at me. Do you want to weigh in on this?
I think it's just a Calgary thing. He doesn't like it if we're not talking about them. We've put our attention somewhere else. Got to find a way to get into the conversation.
Wait, listen, we're not going to poke at Calgary. Their top hockey rivals have the best arena in the league. Their top football rivals have the best stadium in the league. It's not good times. We're not going to go down. We're not going to go down that road today.
You're watching Rod Pedersen on demand. For more of the Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.